So one of the much talked issue around the world about China is its growth of GDP. We all know what is GDP by now. GDP is nothing but gross domestic product, which means the total number of goods and services produced in the one financial year. That is nothing but GDP. So GDP is the best indicator to calculate or to measure the growth of economy or the growth of the country. So one of the major topic about which China was talking was about its increase in GDP. GDP or domestic product, China has the second largest GDP of 7.2 trillion, whereas India's GDP is 3.3 trillion, and Pakistan's GDP is roughly about 10% of India's GDP. So the highest GDP was of China, then it was of India, and then finally it was of Pakistan. Pakistan has the lowest GDP as compared to India and China. When many developed countries were finding it difficult to maintain a growth of even 5%, China was able to maintain near double-digit growth of more than 2 decades, as can be seen from the table. We are going to see a table wherein you will understand that it was very difficult for all the countries to maintain its GDP, but China not only did maintain its GDP, it also maintained it by more than 5%. That means double of 5%. That means around 10%. So this is the GDP structure of the year 1980 to between 2003 of country India, China and Pakistan. When we talk about the year 1980 to 90, the GDP of the country was 5.7, China 10.3, Pakistan 6.3. So the highest GDP was of China, then Pakistan and then India. And when we talk about the year between 1990 to 2002 and 3, India's GDP was 5.8, China's was 9.7 and Pakistan was 3.6. So we can say the highest GDP was of China, then it was of India and then finally it was of Pakistan. So that means in the next year, India and Pakistan did not grow that much, but China maintained its GDP.